Hi! If you are new here, welcome. You are watching Compact Reviews. We aim to update on the latest and best everything that has to do with cooking and the kitchen. We test them out in real life so you know what they're like even before buying them. For someone who loves cooking, nothing could be better than Compact Reviews.
In this video, we will discuss the top 7 best coffee grinders. So let's get started. Number 7. Baratza Encore Conical Burr. When we were talking to our experts, the Baratza brand came up more often than any other. Some favor its higher-end models, but 10 of the coffee aficionados we spoke with recommended this more affordable option, highlighting its quality performance and solid build, especially for the price. Zachary Elborn, general manager of Bedford Stuyvesant's Burley Coffee, is one, telling us this is the grinder he buys for friends and family who want a better home setup. Yasmina Palumbo, a co-owner of New York City's Mud Coffee, says that you can spend way more money on the higher-end Baratza models, but this one does the job for a fraction of the cost. Leroux likes it too. For home use, I 100% recommend the Encore. It's simple to use and super consistent. I've had one for almost 3 years now, and it's still amazing. Barista Umberto Ricardo, the founder of Third Rail Coffee, adds that Baratza machines are designed to be repaired instead of thrown away should something break, which is good for my wallet and for the planet. Number 6. KRUPS Precision Grinder Flat. If you're looking to spend as little as possible on an expert-recommended grinder, Paul Schlater, co-founder and head roaster at New York City-based Birch Coffee, recommends this more affordable alternative to most Burr grinders. With this, you're getting a Burr grinder for about the same price you'd pay for a blade grinder, according to Schlater. While the KRUPS is pretty simple, he promises it has the essentials: 12 settings for selecting your preferred grind size, and a cup selector dial to grind the exact amount of coffee you need for the number of coffees you're making. Number 5. Baratza Virtuoso Plus Conical Burr. 4 of our baristas praised Baratza's Virtuoso grinder as a suitable step up from the Encore above. For Foos, the main reason to go for this instead of the Encore is that the Virtuoso lets you program your grind by time. In other words, you can set this to grind for a specific time, turn it on, walk away, and return to beans that are never overground. The Encore, by contrast, must be stopped and started manually. Baratza's Virtuoso grinder is also Ricardo's favorite grinder, and the one I use at home, he says. It's rock solid and technically superior in ways that get kind of geeky. He especially likes that it's fast and relatively quiet, which makes a big difference, especially when compared to the Encore. Grinding coffee is inherently noisy, so getting it done quickly is very much appreciated by your spouse when they're trying to sleep in, Ricardo adds. In addition to fine-tuned grind settings and premium components, the Virtuoso comes with a digital timer and display. Number 4. Breville BCG820 BSS. Although the majority of machines on the list are versatile enough to grind for every coffee brewing method, this one came recommended to us for a very specific technique: pour-over. It is, of course, capable of grinding for most any other brewing method as well. Coffee consultant Mike Jones, the former director of retail at Variety Coffee Roasters, told us that using this grinder for a pour-over will lead to better coffee than you'll find at the majority of coffee shops out there, no joke. Breville, he adds, has consistently provided near commercial-level quality at consumer-level costs, and its Smart Grinder Pro is no exception. It's easy to use, easy to clean, and a worthwhile investment if you want to dramatically improve the quality of your coffee at home, he declares. Number 3. OXO Brew Conical Burr. Schlater told us that he loves using this OXO Barista Brain Burr grinder for a number of reasons, but that chief among them is its built-in intelligent scale. This feature simplifies the process of grinding coffee for your average home brewer and cuts down on the equipment you'd need. He says you won't need to lose extra money and counter space for a weighing scale. Enter the number of cups you want and your preferred coarseness, and the grinder spits out exactly the amount of coffee you need for a perfect pour. Schlater also likes that the scale is both preset and customizable. So if, for example, you prefer more or less coffee than might be traditionally recommended, you can adjust for that too. Number 2. KitchenAid KCG0702CS. Jamie McCormick, the co-owner of coffee shop Abraco in the East Village, swears by this KitchenAid grinder, which he uses to evaluate his roasts. It grinds at an insanely consistent particle size, right up there with my shop's Malkonig EK, a commercial coffee grinder that costs over $2,500. In addition to the top-notch technicals, it's also really classic looking in the kitchen. Most other contenders look like they need to be hidden when not in use. He says it's very sturdy too, and still worked fine after being dropped on a concrete floor at the roastery. It looks totaled and unusable, but it still purrs, no problem. It is loud and sounds like the machine it is. Number 1. Baratza Forte BG. The Baratza Forte BG is a commercial-level grinder intended for extensive daily use in restaurants and cafes. As well as being more expensive than consumer-level grinders, commercial-level machines tend to be quieter, since interrupting customers with bursts of grind noise is something owners try to avoid if possible. The Forte is just such a grinder, and Elborn describes it with one word: silent. But barista Reagan Petrin, the branding lead of Felix Roasting Company, told us he couldn't resist picking one up for home use, and not just because of its quiet mechanism. The grind-by-weight feature is incredible, he told us, adding that he loves its capabilities across the board, which allow him to use it both for espresso and pour-over and change his grind settings as he goes.